What is up, everybody? It's 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and that means it's time for another episode of Home Theater Fanatics. Tonight is episode 111. That's right, the triple ones. And we've got an awesome episode lined up for you tonight. And tonight we've got the gents from Aperion Audio, Dallas and Colin.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
I'm excited. So,
thanks for having us, Giles.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome all the time, especially when you have cool new products to talk about, because you guys got the business going on. Right? It's pretty.
I know
they're
coming
exciting.
Left and right, man.
Oh, I know. It's like I don't know what happened. Somebody over there said it's time to release everything new, and it's gonna be cool. And man, it feels like you guys have been dropping new stuff like every month or every other month or something for a little while now.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll get into all that stuff in a few minutes, but maybe to get started, for the folks that don't know you guys yet, maybe we can go through some introductions. And, I think Dallas, you're confusing people because you're both Dallas and Colin, and then Colin below is just Colin. So you're like, I can do both.
Right.
Dallas is everyone.
Yeah, he is every, we are Dallas and Colin. So Dallas, maybe you go first since you're in the top row, and who are you, man? What do you do for Aperion Audio? What's your deal, man?
Yeah. My name's Dallas. I'm the general manager at Aperion, and along with that, I also help with customer service, shipping, QC, the whole thing, marketing. From there, we've got Colin. Colin.
What's up?
So
I do customer service and stuff. I help you set up receivers, speakers, and I'm just that all-around fun guy you want to hang out and chat with when you contact Aperion, you know?
Right on. You got a cool hat too.
I mean, hey, it's Oregon. You got to rock the beanie, you know?
Oh, I apparently. So I'm in Colorado. I should probably rock a beanie too. Anything to, cover up that. That's an old man talking right there.
I mean, I'm preparing for the inevitable, so yeah, it's cool.
Oh, really? Is it? You think it's
in the genes?
Yeah,
right on. So, there might be folks that are not familiar with the brand. So let's take a minute and just talk through Aperion Audio, right? So you guys have been around for a long time, right?
Yep.
So
1999.
Dude, you guys know how to party like it's. So what's
Always.
that? 22 years now or something like that?
I guess, yeah. I haven't actually. Yeah, 22.
Right on. And you've gone through like multiple versions of all your speakers and refreshed and upgraded and all kinds of cool stuff over time, right?
Yep. Yeah. The engineers never stop. It's like if you're a musician, you could probably relate to this, but you start writing a song and you feel like you can never finish it. It's kind of how it is building speakers.
Right on. Yeah, that I totally get it. And as a consumer of speakers, I'm all like, I think I found the best one ever.
Yeah.
It's never the best one ever.
There's
always one more.
Yeah,
always one more.
I want this one.
Never-ending quest for audio nirvana.
And then people like you keep releasing better stuff and cooler stuff, and I'm like, oh, that one's awesome. All right, and you guys are a internet direct sales company exclusively. Is that right? So if folks want your stuff, they go to the website, and that's how they get your stuff.
Correct. We do have stuff available on Amazon as well. For example, the super tweeters are available through Amazon Prime.
Right on.
However, everything else that you order off Amazon is fulfilled directly by our fulfillment facility in Portland, Oregon.
Right on.
And then otherwise, everything just right on AperionAudio.com. You can find all the information that you would ever need to know about Aperion on there.
Right on. Yeah. And so for the folks that are looking,
Cool.
see, I can pull this up here, and yeah, you can scroll through and see all the business. And man, there's a lot of good stuff. And we'll get to more of this in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
As we start to talk through products and stuff. But let's take a quick second and say hi to some folks. And I think the person that we got to call out first here joining us is AP. And if there's a person that loves Aperion Audio more than AP, I don't know that I've ever met them before, but AP, he's around. But whenever Aperion Audio comes up, he's like, he materializes. It's like the smoke comes and there's like an explosion and
appears
the lightning
out of
bolts.
thin air.
Yeah, he's like, I heard someone say Aperion Audio.
Somebody say Aperion?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, so anyway, glad to have you on the show. And apparently, he's hyped about the V8Ts.
We all are.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Double A is up in the crowd today. He's with us every week, and I'm super happy to see him back again tonight. Also, Hi-Fi Haven. He's another local Coloradian. I don't know what Coloradian, whatever we are. And Stephen Gordon. I don't know if I know Stephen Gordon, but he obviously loves Oregon.
It's a good time out here.
He's all about it. Mad Prana, good to see you up in the house. Another one of the guys, and then the last but not least, Double A up in the house as well, and he's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Just because he's such a handsome, good-looking fellow, and he's the only one. He's the only one with 2 double A's in his name, right? He's like a battery. He's full of energy all the time.
He's double A for a double dose.
Oh, right.
Double dose of awesome.
It's kind of like triple X, but double A. I don't know. Anyway, so let's I think we should just kind of get right into it and start talking about this stuff and tell the story of kind of what's been new for Aperion Audio over, I don't know, last 6 months or something like that. Maybe we can turn back the hands of time and we can kind of touch through the new stuff. Sure. and then after that, maybe if there's secrets or hints, maybe I don't know if there's anything you can talk about that's not out yet, but if there are, maybe you could tease people and make them want it even more.
Oh yeah.
So if we roll back the clock a little bit, what's the newest thing in recent history, or the oldest thing in recent history, I guess?
Where to start? Man, okay, let's start here.
Was it Slims or Super Tweeters?
Let's start with Novus, because that's really the biggest. That's the biggest thing as far as introducing a brand new family of speakers. So we'll start with the Novus. With the Novus started as a revision of the Intimus, and there were also, at the time, we were looking at expanding the Alaire Bluetooth line into a tower speaker.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is, we were just kind of over the Intimus in a sense, in terms of, it's been around for 20 years.
You're so over it.
We're over and with much love. Trust me, Colin's got a set of 532s, for his home setup that he swears by.
They're hand-me-downs from Dallas. It was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I gave them to him.
Well, I remember when I first learned about you guys, that you had 3 lines at the time, and Intimus was still kicking around, I think, at that point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that time, as soon as we launched the Novus, we also started clearing out the Intimus and stopped production on that. And so while we do love the Intimus line and the sound signature, the Novus is very much improved from top to bottom. The treble is very refined. You get a nice snap on the snare drum. As far as the bass response goes in the new Novus 6Ts, which we'll get more into that. But I mean, those things are very comparable with our Veris Grand Tower.
Oh, right on. And they've got a crazy port on these things too.
Yeah, the slot port. Yep.
Yeah, I mean it looks really cool. Let me see if I can pull up. Let's pull up the N5Ts, which I think those were the flagships before the new ones, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And so, yeah, I mean, okay, so we launched the Novus line, and from there we have your basic 5.0 with Atmos add-ons. And that was around I think sometime in 2019. I don't remember exactly, but about 2 years ago. So
right.
And it was like right around the time I started with Aperion, actually.
Yeah.
This was on the way out and Novus was just coming in, and it was like, whoa, man.
And that was about the time I started my channel up too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like right at the end of 18, early 19 is when I was first getting started.
Yep. So yeah, from there, I mean, you take your 5.0s or 5 point plus Atmos, and then we looked at different ways to expand the line. I believe the next one that we came out with after that first batch was the Novus Slim. And the cool feature with the Novus Slim is that they have a built-in mounting mechanism on the back.
Yeah,
so you can just easily, mount them on either side of your TV.
Hang it up like a picture, man.
Exactly.
Can't be simpler.
Yeah, isn't that called like keyhole mounting or something like that?
There you go. Yep, I should have knew that.
I think it's called keyhole mounting.
Cool. Well, it also has the dual inserts in case you do want to get a mount that has articulation. So you can get some good angles on it.
Right.
We actually just had a guy buy 4 of these to put up in his ceiling
for Atmos.
For Atmos, yep.
Oh yeah, because if he's got articulating hangers or whatever you want to call them, mounts, dude, he could point them right and have them right on axis with his seating, and that'd be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Dude, what's up with what's up in here? Oh, is that a tweeter attenuator?
That's the treble mod, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's a really cool feature that I don't think a lot of people really understand what you're trying to accomplish there. Maybe you could talk about that for a second, because I really like having speakers, especially in this kind of form factor, where you can use that, right? And so why would somebody be interested in that?
Colin, you want to take that?
Sure. The attenuation is really a cool feature. So all it does is, by moving that pin or removing it from the Novus line, you're reducing the treble by 3 decibels. And so, if you got a really bright, lively room, or, if the treble response is just a little too much for you, it's a customization option,
Mm-hmm.
And, it's funny, like all the customers I talk to, and almost more so with the super tweeters, but even with the Veris and Novus alike, there's some people that, got to have it in that -3, and some that like it at nominal. I always preferred it at nominal, but, that's the beautiful part about audio, is we all hear something different, And
Totally.
So it's cool to have those options. And like I said, especially for, the new modern homes that are 90% windows and, marble. And stuff like that.
Totally.
Acoustic nightmare. I mean, that can help a little bit. It's not going to solve all your problems, but
yeah,
it's a sweet deal.
One thing I've done with similar features in speakers before is for my front sound stage, I would maybe have a center channel that's behind a screen, and that screen attenuates the tweeter down just a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is on the left and right is I would move those to the -3 setting, and then I would leave the center channel in the nominal position, and that helped kind of smooth that out. I'd still use the processor to get it right where it needs to be, but that would kind of naturally in an analog fashion, I guess, kind of get you closer to consistent across that front soundstage when you have a piece of fabric, covering that up. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, these are cool, and these are the perfect form factor for hanging on a wall. I mean, they're just, I guess that's why you call them slim, right?
The cabinet's like 5 inches deep too, so it's not sticking off the wall much. Like Dallas said, it's got brackets for a wall mount, and our stealth mount is amazing with that speaker. It fits perfectly, of course, and hugs it right up against the wall.
I've never seen. Is that under accessories?
It is.
And wall mounts.
Yeah.
All right, let's find the stealth mount.
The stealth mount.
Is that it?
Down a little bit. That guy.
Oh, this guy.
Yep.
All right. Oh yeah, dude. That's like. Oh, and so you bolt that thing on and you slide it in and it grips on the top and bottom?
Goes top to down, but yeah. It works with the A5s too, and that, puts the A5 on your wall or ceiling without, any brackets hanging out or anything like that. Super clean.
I see what you're saying. And then you would, I guess, put a screw in here to lock it in
safety
place.
locks.
Safety, yeah.
Yeah.
Safety
that's
first.
Nice. So, the safest speakers in the world. That's kind of nifty. Yeah, that's neat.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I actually had not seen those before. I got to tool around here in the mounts a little bit more. Yeah,
I'm an accessories guy, man. Always have been.
That's cool. I think I have this exact set of speaker stands here.
Nice.
That I got from somewhere back.
Little satellite guys.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Yep.
Right on. Oh, and then is this like a center channel wall mount? So you would just screw that into the wall and then just jump it right on there?
Yep, exactly. And that one works perfect for the Novus. But if you go bigger than, like the Veris Center, then you'll want to get the PS200.
Oh, yeah.
This guy?
No. It's right there in the middle.
Oh, here's a problem that I have almost always had for center channels, especially when I have a large screen that's a little too close to the floor. The center channel stands, they're always too low or too high. I can never seem to find one that's just right. But this guy, you just put it wherever you want to.
Exactly.
Right. So you can snug it up to the wall really nice too. That's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, man, look at me learning stuff.
Learning.
Old dog can learn new tricks. All right. Oh, I gotta call out Mr. Joey Peacock. What is up, Mr. Peacock?
What up?
I just dropped a review of the Acurus. So Joey works for Acurus, their 20-channel processor, and that thing is the bomb.
Ooh,
oh my god!
Sweet.
And they have a new module called Aspect, which is their auto EQ room EQ correction, and I've seen some sneak peeks of that, and man, that thing is freaking cool. And they've promised me that they'll send me a unit to review here one of these days, and I was like, I want it. Oh god, it just, because that for me that kind of just takes it over to the next level. And I think what I'll be able to do, maybe I'll even have that unit by the time that I'm going to work on some new review stuff for you guys. So I'll be able to plug your stuff into that $13,000 processor with another $10,000 worth of amplification behind it.
Gear it up, man.
Yeah. And let's see what this stuff can really do. That'll be exciting. Yeah, you're right, Joey. The Aspect is absolutely a game changer. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to these products. So you've got. Ooh, I clicked on something. Oh my god, it's going nuts in here, people. So the Novus, you got your Slim. So what's after Slim Shady here?
Then you can jump up to that Slim LCR, and that kind of covers the whole gamut so far. Top secret over here. We sent you that picture of the new tripolar style speaker.
I didn't want to say anything, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique design. We'll have that up on the website shortly here, hopefully in the next week or so.
Can I show it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
But he's
like, no. He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
Did you send that to me in email? Or did you send that to me in? Yeah, you must have been an email. Instagram. Oh, yeah. Instagram. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to do this. All right. I gotta. You're making it difficult over here.
I know, right?
I know.
Sorry, I wasn't prepped for that.
I know, but this is cool because I remember when you guys were first looking at this, and you were trying to come up with a name for it, and you were coming up with all kinds of interesting names.
Yeah.
Mostly goofy stuff, but yeah.
All right, let me see. That's okay. I got a video version. All right, here we go. Let me pause that. All right, so StreamYard, stop screen sharing, share screen,
technology.
Chrome tab, Instagram chats, share, boom.
Oh, the suspense. Oh, there it is.
Look at that. It comes with a hat and everything.
I even put the hat on it.
a hat with every order. And I don't know if this video will actually play. I can't tell if it's playing for other people.
Not for me.
I'm seeing it.
Oh, well, yeah, the video
like
motion is there, but the sound is
The
not
sound's
there.
not there. Okay, right on.
Yeah.
It plays music too.
Yeah, we were listening to Between the Buried and Me, you know?
Right on.
Actually.
So for that unit, so it's got like a mid-range or a mid-bass driver in the front with a tweeter, and then 2 mid-ranges on the side. What's the idea there? What's the goal with that kind of speaker?
Full 360-degree surround sound action.
Right, dude.
Immersive action.
It's pretty dang cool too. I tried it out.
Is the idea that you would use pairs of those for surround sound speakers, or could somebody just buy one if they just had like a small space where they needed like some wide sound field, but didn't want to do
you would obviously just get the mono channel unless you could sum it together somehow.
Sure. Right on. Huh. Yeah, dude,
that's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean that could be like if you have a small space and you just sum it together, take your RCA cables and wire them into a channel of amplification. Any chance that could be a powered system one day?
Ooh.
If you don't know, we're not.
Also a good idea. We'll keep that in mind for the Allaire family.
Yeah, I like that form factor a lot. I've seen other similar kind of speakers in the past.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. Now, are these they're all in phase, right? So you're not like doing dipolar or anything like that, right?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, there's no switcher or anything like our Varus line has.
Right on. Yeah. So and those will be out. It looks like that was that like a production sample?
That was actually just off this last shipment.
So that's like prod production stock.
First batch, first everything.
Oh, it's coming in the immediate future then.
Yeah,
nice. Here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
everybody, if you
on the webpage.
If you want some, there's a link down below. Just click that and there's a coupon and buy a lot of it.
All the speakers.
Just buy them all. 200 pair, buy them out, and then you can sell them for a profit, right?
Right.
Aperion like, that's fine. Just buy them all.
Sure.
It's all good. All right, let me see if I can share the screen back up and we can move on to the next goodness that you guys have coming out. All right. There we go. We're back in business. So what's next? So that doesn't bring us fully up to date on Novus. Maybe you want to go in a different order though.
Say that again.
So do you want to cover the rest of that, or do you want to get to it kind of in timeline sequential order?
No, I just overall as a family, I was going to go over the sound signature.
Do it.
As you start, so what's interesting is the regular bookshelf uses a 5 1/4 inch woofer, but it does have the deeper cabinet with the slotted port on the front. But then if you compare that to, say, the other slim satellite, where it's not ported, but it has a 6 1/2 inch woofer, the sound qualities are interesting and different. That while there's a little bit less of that, deep bass that's under 80 hertz in the slim satellite, your this bookshelf will cover, all that stuff for those deeper frequencies.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're pairing either of those with a sub, they hand off
good to go
very nicely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then if you step up, what's really cool and interesting is the slim LCR speaker.
All right, let's find the slim LCR speaker.
Yeah. And if you want to stay there on that page real quick, actually, the comparison that's very interesting is the LCR speakers compared to the Novus 5T tower.
Okay, so where's the slim LCR at? I'm totally
just right down in the middle, right there.
Oh, right here. This is it.
That's the 6T. Go down just one.
Oh, this one. Okay, gotcha.
That's the slim. It's got 2 6 1/2 inch woofers. If you were to try to compare that, if you're needing to, save space or anything, it's honestly pretty close to the Novus 5T up there in the top right corner.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That guy.
Again, it's a slim profile. You don't get the deeper extension below the 80 hertz. If you're using it with a sub, though, I mean, honestly, you're
in good shape.
Go with the LCRs or the 5T, and you're going to be just as happy with each.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying. So if people were to take this speaker, let me blow it up here, and and you take that and turn it vertically, it's basically the same speaker arrangement that you have in the tower without the bass reflex action.
Exactly. And the deeper port, you know what I mean? So, but when paired with a sub, I mean, both of those guys, you know, pair nicely. You know, and then the next, I mean, Colin, I better let you shed some light on the Novus 5C.
On the 5C. That's like my speaker, dude.
Oh, that's your one?
Yeah.
It's, you know, such a great center channel. I mean, you know, and honestly, the
this
Slim
LCR.
Right, yeah, exactly. The LCR that Dallas was just talking about makes an excellent center channel too, but this thing has that mid-range driver. And, you know, that's everything for dialogue, of course. But this thing is totally a dialogue machine. I mean, it's just nice and clear. It's crisp. You get really nice definition and articulation and everything with male voice, especially. It kind of just knocked me off my feet when I first heard it. I was really excited about it. You know, and it's also kind of that perfect size, in my opinion, where you get, you know, a nice big sound, but it's still going to fit in most, you know, entertainment centers and things like that.
I really like this one in white.
Oh yeah, the white.
I like it in white with the way this grill looks on the front of it, with that curve on the bottom. That's
cool pop, right?
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yep.
I mean,
Magnetic
it would have
grill,
been
of course.
simple. It would have been simple just to make it fit the face front and not have any of the extra character that you get doing it this way. But I really like that extra character that it brings.
Oh yeah. And you know, with all the Novus cabinets, except for the Slims, they all feature a sloping baffle, and so a lot of people don't notice that. And you know, just the overall curvature of the cabinet, I guess you could say, is just cool. You know, it's modern, it's new, it's sleek, it's awesome.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in this photo a little bit, so you can see how it's leaned just a little bit. Yeah,
it's back just a little bit. Yeah,
it's like 10 degrees or something. Yeah, that's cool.
Really, really fantastic, you know, and yeah, the alignment between the mid and the tweeter, it's great. I mean, yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about this speaker.
And you know, that's really nice too from a center channel perspective, because most of the time, you know, center channels are going to be underneath whatever the screen is.
Trying to prop them up.
That's often underneath your line of sight. It's down, and everybody's like, I got to stick something under it, and this gives you a little bit of, no, that's very thoughtful.
That was very thoughtful of you guys.
I mean, you guys are like caring speaker designers. I mean, you think about what the customer wants. That's pretty awesome.
You know,
man, I'm impressed. I like that.
And there again, it's like, you know, the 5C and the 4C and the 6C, even in the Intimus lines, you know, those were great center channels. They're amazing center channels, but they were boxes, you know, they're just rectangles. Like there's nothing fancy about it. And, you know, with Novus, it's like a lot of the guts from Varus, you know, the Silk Dome tweeter with ferrofluid cooling, you know, the updated crossover.
So good.
Those tweeters are amazing.
And, I've taken the kind of, I guess, the flagship bookshelves out, and I've listened to them a lot. The Varus 3s, I've listened to them a lot. And actually they won bookshelf battle number 2, I think it was. And I mean, they're just amazing speakers. I mean, and for the money, I hate to say for the money, because it's always like, oh, for the money, you know. But dude, I mean, they were like punching. Really, I mean, it was like all uppercuts from these guys, and they were just destroying some of this other stuff. I love them. I think they are wonderful, wonderful bookshelf speakers. I can't recommend them enough.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys could charge twice the price if you wanted to, and I think people would still pay it. I mean, they're that good.
But we care, Giles.
Exactly.
Care.
Exactly.
You know, what's funny, you're not the first person to say that about our pricing structure. You know, we've had plenty of people come into our showroom and they say that exact thing. You know, our Varus Grand Line, I forget, I think there was a Triad brand or a Triad type of speaker that was almost $10,000. But, you know, I guess we're naturally segueing to the Varus conversation.
We're talking about Varus now.
Yeah, well, so you know, just let me pull these up so people can see. So, you know, these come in black and in cherry. And I like black, but cherry just photographs so well. If you like cherry, I think these are really awesome. But these bookshelf speakers, they're what, $8.99 a pair, regular price, full price? Is that right?
$7.99.
See, only $7.99. $800.
Because we care.
I mean, it's
I'm just gonna keep rolling with that, dude.
just because they care. They sound so good. I mean, I would put them up against many other pair of $1,200 and $1,500 bookshelf speakers, no problem, right? And all day long, right? These things are rear ported. They've got the tweeter attenuation technology, so you can, and it's a little more advanced even than the other stuff. So you get back here so you can do 0 minus. Well, I guess it's 0 or -3. I thought there might have been a plus on this one. Dude, it's just, and then these. Oh yeah, totally buy amp. So you get the separate crossover network on the inside, so you can you could buy wire if you want to, or buy amp. And I actually did a video about buy amping not too long ago. So if anybody wants to know how, they can go check that out.
Oh, nice.
I took a 8-channel amplifier, bridged it to 4 channels, and then used those 4 channels to push 2 speakers.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
It was actually Joey's on, so it was the M8 amplifier from Acurus. So it's like 200 or 250 or something by 8, and you just dump that all down into a couple of speakers. It was really funny. Anyway, but
because you can.
Because you can, yeah.
Because I care. I care that other people know how you can do some really silly things, because it was really silly, but it was pretty rocking. But yeah, I guess this is a segue into Varus, right? So in Varus, so just I guess to cover back off, so people can kind of see where there were 3 full lines before. Now there are 2 full lines, meaning everything from bookshelf to Atmos modules to towers, center channels, and the whole deal. So there's Novus and Varus, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we would consider our traditional passive speakers.
That's
right.
it.
Yeah, and there's cool powered stuff, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's talk through Varus, because this is what I'm super excited about. Because
this is what everyone wants to talk about.
Yeah, well, let's let them in on the secret then. So what's going on?
Well, you may see a little bit bigger of a tower on the top left corner there. We have been in production with this guy for, a long time. And pardon my, I think my daughter.
No, she's just agreeing. She's like,
Yeah,
it took
she's
too
agreeing.
long. She's like, it made me sad that you took so long to bring this speaker to market.
So Colin, why don't you go ahead and take over, and I'll mute.
VAT, man, we're really, really excited. It's like Dallas said, it's been a long time coming. This crossover network, that has got to be the most exciting part.
Holy smokes. I had
a lot
not
going on there, right?
Giles, if you double click, it should zoom in.
Yeah, I think this is about, let me see if I can, it's hard for me to zoom it more. Well, let me double. Oh,
Oh,
oh, swanky. Sorry, I was a doubter. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, so you've got attenuation on tweet. Oh, so you could do plus
boost
2
and cut
Look at that. Yeah, it's got like 4 different settings for every
for tweeter and mid range. So it's like, if you're looking for more of that throatiness, if you're looking for a little bit of scoop, if you're looking for a little brighter, a little more mellow, this thing's got options, man. It's huge. It's bigger than our V60, of course, and
yeah.
We're just so excited because this has kind of been just the thing we've been working up to, and to have the concert tower, it's fun to say. It just rolls right off the tongue.
The concert tower.
The concert tower.
And I like that you guys actually put real speaker wire on as jumpers instead of the crappy little.
We did the bars for Varus 1 and Varus 2. And yeah, these are much nicer.
Yeah, it's just a detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't have to do that. And the speaker would, it'd sound great just with the bars, but this is like, I don't know, it's like the cherry on top, that kind of thing. But yeah, look, that crossover network is just crazy.
It's intense. Yeah.
It's bananas. I can't think of another one like this. I'm trying to think even like in $10,000 pair of speakers.
It's usually the high-end 2-channel stuff where you get adjustments like this, and this still isn't a cheap speaker by any means, but for the features you're getting and for the size and finish,
you can get into a pair of this full price. What, $2,000? $2,000 or $4,000 for a pair. Yeah, yeah. I like that. You
go back to that picture again with the crossover.
Individual. I love it. I love it.
We do get that question quite a bit.
Yeah, we do. Look at the size of that port. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. You get your whole hand in there. Well, so that's, I think, something we should talk about is the speaker layout, right? So that's this is significant, right? So
got dual 8s, we got dual 5 1/4s with that lovely little face plug right in the middle, and then our 1-inch soap dome tweeter. And so, yeah, you got that beautiful Vera sound with just that much extra oomph in the low end. And we redesigned the feet a little bit too.
Oh, I was gonna say, you didn't redesign the feet a little bit. Those feet are freaking is what they are.
They look really cool, right?
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, the feet make a speaker. I'm a speaker foot kind of guy, and
it's got a foot fetish,
dude. It's important to me, man. So if you take the speaker and you take those feet off and you just like put some kind of little pegs or something underneath the speaker,
leaves you hanging.
It's like a whole different kind of thing. Not not that it would necessarily sound different. Maybe it would. Some people would say it would definitely sound different with different kind of feet, but it definitely looks different, and it has like a different feel to it. So I really appreciate that. And is that like a standard? Could you do custom things down there if you wanted to? Because I know some people will be like, I'm going to buy these speakers and then I'm going to buy these $500 set of feet to put on the bottom of it.
Oh,
is that a possibility with this?
We've seen people do it. Yeah. I mean,
right on.
I tell people to make sure there's a return policy just in case, because I think it's crazy to drop that much on feet. But there again, audio's to each their own. That's
exactly.
the cool part about it,
Yeah. So, how deep will these play down with those 2 8s? Are you getting down like into the low 40s and to the 30s, maybe? Do you know?
I forget. It was like 30, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, if it's down to 30, that's deep.
I think that was the frequency response. I could be wrong on that.
Maybe I have the power of the internet to look at specifications.
Specifications. There it is.
Yeah, 30 to 30,000 plus minus 3. I don't think I hear over 17 or anything anymore at nearly 50.
We're both drummers, so we don't.
You're all like, 20 hertz is all I got. Just I feel it. That's all there is.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
So let's see. So there's the SR tweeter with the ferrofluid, and this tweeter sounds wonderful. If you guys haven't heard it yet, I am a huge fan of phase plugs, and I don't know if people really understand what's going on with the phase plug, but I'm not going to get into it in the show because that's like a whole show into itself. But it really,
man.
Yeah, it really changes the sound characteristic of a speaker with all of the sound negation that happens, just inside of where the sounds inside of that cone and stuff's bouncing around in there. I would recommend that folks listen, or rather look that up and kind of figure out what's going on, because that's a pretty high end feature. And I've got a pair of speakers that you have to get into like at the 6,000 per unit price point before you get into the phase plugs. So you guys putting that in a 2,000 per unit speakers, I mean, the level
that's
of technology.
In the one too.
Yeah, the level of technology in these is, I mean, this is hardcore stuff, and the crossover network is crazy. And here's, I would not have expected a 91 decibel sensitivity out of a speaker with that level of complexity in the crossover. So a lot of times when you see those crazy crossovers, you look at this and it's like 88 decibels or 87 or 86 decibels. And then you need 245,000 watts to juice them up, But no, this is cool. And 77 pounds, 4-ohm load, down to 28 hertz at -6 and 35,000 for all of the dogs. I don't for whoever wants to listen up there. Yeah, no, that's cool. And then, dude, you've got 20 pounds of packing. Right. So it's a 77 pound speaker.
You might need to check that.
But the shipping, no, I totally think that's right.
That's probably right though, honestly.
No, I would totally
we have
think
some
that's
amazing
right.
packaging, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean, if you're buying a $2,000 per unit speaker, you want the box to be pretty nice too, right?
You want it to come in a velvet bag, right?
Dude, if you can't make a dress or a shirt out of the packing materials for your speaker, you've bought the wrong speakers. I'm just saying. I mean, it's got to have the slipcase. No, that's cool. And I think there was an exploded view somewhere. Let me
go back to the product description.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Probably.
yeah. Let's. Oh, there we go.
Pointing at the screen like you see my finger or something.
Yeah, he's pointing me around. So things that are nice touches. So is this magnetic grill the same kind of magnetic grill that you've got on the bookshelf? Is it similar?
It's similar.
Yes.
It's a wood grill.
Right on. Yeah, I really like the one there. Aluminum feet, double ported. Now, is each 8? Is it one chamber, or I can't tell if it's a double chamber or a single chamber for those. Not that I know that would make a difference. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that's a single chamber for the 2 8s, and then there's another chamber for the bottom.
There's a mid-range diffuser channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That bottom is bracing, actually.
That is bracing. You're right.
Yeah, the only chamber is for the mid-range and the tweets.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So this is the chamber for the 8s.
Yep.
It's like the whole thing pretty much, right? Okay, that's cool, right? Ported. Okay, no, that's awesome. So that's I guess that's the trick of getting down into the to 30 with a couple of 8s. That's awesome.
It's a big cabinet.
Yeah, no, that's gorgeous. And then we got some close up. Yeah, dude, this technology is good. And the crazy crossover, it's advanced. It's advanced.
It's the only way to be.
Oh, and you can run it sealed if you want to. For the purists out there, and there are purists out there that would be like, I can't deal with the ported design.
Oh yeah. Well, interesting enough, we were doing some QC on some speakers the other day, and we turned on the Veris Grand Towers out of the box, and I was like, they sound a little bit like they don't have as much bass as they normally do, because I forgot that the port plugs are pre-installed.
Right on. So the port plugs, is that when, like, if you wanted to go into like home theater mode and you're not trying to get like the super deep bass extension out of them because you're going to have them crossed over anyway, you jam those guys in there? Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's one way to do it. The other idea is, again, back to helping with room correction. If your room has a, bad habit of reproducing bass response that isn't necessary, then these can help tune that up.
Right. Oh, that makes complete sense. Oh, dude, it's going to stick.
It's because they care.
It's because they care. All right. So let's run through there. A couple of comments. Go crazy with the coupons. Absolutely. I think I actually got a coupon down below right now. So you guys, you should buy these before they're gone, because if you want, I'm sure that you can get these signed by Dallas and Colin as a special signed edition today only. Just saying, I'm sure they would be glad to sign them for you. Are there benefits to using a 5-channel amp to bookshelf speakers that can handle 250 watts RMS? Are you talking about the crazy thing that I did when I bridged the 8-channel into 4 for 2 speakers? No, there's not really a benefit to that at all, except maybe an extra decibel of sound or something like that. It was just a silly little thing that I did. Some people are like, but the headroom. I'm like, no. There's plenty of you put 250 watts into these things, and you'll never turn it up all the way.
Don't need to.
No, you could, but then your ears will probably melt. Yeah, because you care.
Because you care.
Matthew, what's up, Matt? This dude's awesome. I love the modern design. If it's possible to quantify that in words, how does the Nova sound signature compare to the Veris line? So if someone's trying to decide, and money's not the deciding factor, it's the sound. And this is a hard question to put into words, right? Because you're going to be like, well, this one sounds yellow and this one sounds orange, right? Or something. This will make you feel. But is there a comparison in what the speaker is trying to accomplish between, just say, the flagship towers of both the lines?
We spent a bit of time with the 6T and the Veris 6T. Right after we got the Novus in. It was really close. I mean, the new Novus tower is super close to the Veris sound, but it's 2-way to 3-way, man. I mean, when you throw in that mid-range, it's just a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And I I love that three-way design, because then those
I do
speakers
too.
just aren't trying to work so hard to do everything, right? And there's a reason why you have mid-bass drivers. There's a reason you have mid-range driver. There's a reason you have tweeters. It's because they're optimized to do what they're supposed to do.
You know, and it's like with, like, say, vinyl records. I'll take a bookshelf system all day long. But with home theater, I feel like that mid-range driver just adds that extra dimension that you kind of need for all those details. And
absolutely. And especially when you get into the center channel action, that's a super big deal.
Oh, it's make or break. I mean, in my opinion.
No, I run a three-way center channel as well, and I love it. I actually like to run my front soundstage also as deep as possible. So I appreciate having a tower like this. If I could, and I were going to build a Varus system, I would do an AT screen, an acoustically transparent screen, and I would use 3 of the towers across the front. I mean,
seeing people do that, that is a really cool setup.
Yeah, that's baller. And if you have the space to do it and the room to do it, that without a doubt, that's the way you should do it. Maybe you guys should build a horizontal, center channel that's rocking the 2 8s.
Oh yeah, you are not the first to ask.
I know that's the next logical thing. You're like, well, I got the tower. Now I need the 8s that'll be perfectly timber matched and everything else. But that's cool. Double A likes the cherry. Hi-Fi Haven's loving the dual posts on the back for bi-wiring or bi-amping. And then Double A says recommended power is 100 watts. Can you give them more power? So when do people start to melt these? where do you say too much is too much, right? Let me see if I can pull up those specs again. But I think that's a good question.
I thought they were more than 100 watts.
Yeah, so 220 to 300.
That's probably when we were still talking Novus.
Okay, all right, okay.
But even those, I thought go up to 200. I don't remember. What's our Marantz in our demo room? That's around 135, I think. And that, to me, is kind of like the sweet spot.
Sure.
Content's everything. I mean, 2 channels going to be different than home theater, and home theater's up and down, depending on content. But I think staying under 200 watts, that's kind of where we see some tweeters start popping and that sort of thing, or over time, not like right away.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they can handle spike power up to some crazy number, right? Just but don't drop 2,000 watts RMS or whatever. Just like, here we go, sine wave. Have at it.
And I think part of the overall design with all of our speakers is, we know people are using, those budget home theater receivers, anywhere from $300 up to maybe $2,000. And, on average, all of those guys probably run anywhere between 50 to 150 watts. So,
or 8, 8 watts, maybe.
Or 8.
Well, it's like a 200 watt AVR, all channels driven, 8 watts.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with those. Yeah,
exactly.
But, in truth though, if you think about, 1 watt into these guys is going to push you 91 decibels, right? At a meter or whatever. And then every time you double your power, you bump it up 3 decibels. So to get up to 105 decibels, you don't have to feed it a ton of power, right? When your speakers are up into the 90 decibels sensitivity range, they're not, I wouldn't call it a hungry speaker. I wouldn't be like, oh man, you got to feed these things tons of power to get what you're trying to get out of it. 300 watts into these things, like I said before, you can't, you'll never turn it up that loud to use 300 watts. Nobody will do it. It just won't happen.
You probably turn it up to like 30% volume and call it good.
most people, I think, listen at less than 10 watts almost all the time. And I don't think people realize that. And if you get into like the hardcore 2-channel world, when you're doing like, the really high end tube amps, valves, if you want to be really the valve amplifiers, they're searching for the 1 golden watt. Right. That's what
golden watt.
The 1 gold. I just want 1 golden watt to power my open baffle speaker or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? And they're like, it's 108 decibel sensitivity open baffle. I need 1 watt, and it needs to be the best watt that can be produced. So I mean, so being 91 decibel sensitivity, 300 watts, you're
They're
rocking.
easy going, man.
Full easy going. Yeah, I had a guy. Oh, what was the name? Cliff Face Amplifiers, Ridgeline, I think amplifiers, and it's a really small company out of Southern California. And I haven't talked to them in a while. I hope they're making it because they were a startup. And we had them on the show a while back, and they talked about the one golden watt, and that's the first time I'd really heard someone talk about it like that. And they're like, yeah, our customers, they're the kind of folks that just want that one golden watt. Because I was like, this is an 8-watt amplifier. What are you gonna do with that? They're like, that's 7 extra watts.
That's 7 more than you need.
That's 7 times the power that you need. And I'm like, and I thought about it. I'm like, well, that's true, because I don't really listen that loud anyway. And if it's 91 decibel sensitivity and I'm listening at 85 decibels or something, that's not even 1 watt. You're at a fractional watt for that.
A partial watt.
Partial watt. Dude, you just need 1 partial golden watt. So since this is a home theater channel,
sounds like a saga, man. A golden watt.
1 golden watt, because they care. 1 golden. You guys should release a tube amplifier that produces 1 watt, right? 1 watt into 16 ohms or something, right? It's for 32 ohm speakers. And it could be the Because We Care line.
Because we care, line.
Because we care, 1 watt, but you have to price it like $10,000.
Yeah,
for a mono block.
And we'll sell 1.
Well, yeah, you had to buy 2 of them. Anyway, all right, home theater. So if I said, Dallas and Colin, I want to build the most crazy, tricked out Aperion Audio home theater setup, and let's just keep it simple, like 7 bed channels, 4 Atmos channels, and 4 subs, right? So 744, right? Which is pretty common, I think. Or 7.1.4, but with 4 subwoofers. 744. Come on, get over it, guys. What would be the most baller setup?
Oh man, I mean, well, firstly, you got to work within your room setup. But
what's your room like? That's the first thing we're gonna ask.
That's always our first question. But
we're talking about speakers. We got to know what the room is.
So you've got like a 14-foot wide, 24-foot long, with AT screen in front with 4 feet of space behind it. All of your equipment will be in a room in the rear, in the projection room. Projector is in the projection room, firing through glass into this room. This room is completely sound treated, like 90% diffusion and absorption on all surfaces, including the ceiling. But you can choose to have your speakers visible or not, right?
You're not even going to make it hard on us? Like,
no, I'm not going to make it hard.
Home, windows on the one side.
No, this is hardcore. This is like somebody who's like, I'm super serious about this, I want the best sound I can get out of Aperion Audio. So what do you think you do? What do you go with?
I mean, go towers all around and ceiling speakers.
right on.
Or you wait until we release new product later, maybe this year or next year.
So what I'm hearing,
well, I'm just kidding,
is Aperion Audio Veris 3 concert on or in-wall speakers.
That's you know what, I think you asked us about that last time.
I'm a huge fan of the on-wall and in-walls. I really like them. And dude, if I could get take the Veris 3 concert here. This is what I would like. Take one of those 8s and move on top, and then make this an in-wall form factor. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Even like this. Just take this, rip the box off of it, and put some flanges so you could surface mount it on your wall. Cut a big ass hole.
Yeah, 3 dudes to hold it up and place it into the wall at one time.
Oh, dude, you should see this. You go watch my video where I put in my my Atmos speakers. I was all like, I thought I was going to get crushed and die. They're these huge things, but no, I would be completely down with that. I think that would be baller and a half.
Speaking of 8-inch Atmos speakers, I mean, did you look at our Claris line? Our architecturals?
I have not. I think we should go and look at that.
So we got to pull that up. Go to speakers. and then family, and Claris architectural.
There we go. All right,
8-inch in ceiling, man.
Yeah, dude, look at this. I like this, and that's a for $12 more over the 6.5. Why would you not?
You get the base if you need it, and
you do need
a little switch there. There's a little switch there.
And dude, you do need the bass. People who don't think that you need bass for Atmos, you're wrong. Because explosions can take place overhead, and Atmos is going to continue as a technology to mature for the sound mixers over time. And Atmos is like a legit real deal thing. It makes a humongous difference in the listening experience. And as content gets to be more full range coming out of those speakers, you need an 8-inch driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The
6.5 does great too, but the 8-inch, especially with the Veris systems, that's been by far the most popular add-on. I mean, we got Veris customers from the last 10 years that are, jumping up to Atmos, getting the new receiver. And it's like 8-inch is just, they're always like, well, I probably need the bass, right? I'm like, well, you can't go wrong with it,
And these are angled as well. So you just put them in there, spin them around, point them directly at your listening location. And you get, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees or something of angle. That's cool. Right.
That's tweeter swivels too.
Oh, so it's pivoting tweeter as well. Oh,
yep.
Because you care.
Because we care.
I wonder, it's probably only a matter of time till we add a fourth digit to the Atmos setups for how many ceiling subwoofers you have.
Yeah, right.
It'll be, I have a 9.4.
4.4.
12.8.4.
So I was in California, and I was actually out with Alcon's Audio. So I was making a video for those guys, and we went to a place called Icon, and Icon is it's like a movie theater, but it's used for companies to demo their movies or TV shows in a high-end theater environment. So they use it for quality assurance. So they'll come and they'll watch so like Netflix will come in and watch their TV shows and make sure it looks and sounds right in a real environment. Warner Brothers will come in and dude, this place had like 421s hanging from the ceiling. Right?
Gosh.
Yeah. And, dude, it's these boxes that are like, they're like 3 feet by 3 feet by 2 feet suspended. They've got like what is that, all strut or something underneath it, and the big bolts coming down.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Those holding everything up.
They're like those are 21s. I'm like, holy shit. So subwoofers can go on the ceiling. I know people. It's not like a thing right now at home, but in real cinema, in high end,
like the ArcLight.
Oh, dude, I heard the ArcLight got sold or went out of business.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the one in Los Angeles, like the flagship one.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The Dome or something like that.
Yeah, I went there a lot of times when I was going to school out there.
Yeah. So I was actually watching Kevin Smith does a live stream. Kevin Smith, I want you on my show. Come on, man. Come on, Clerks. It's all good. One day I'll be big enough to get a name like that. No personalities. But they were talking about that. Yes, it went out of business, and their prediction is that somebody will buy it, right, and then open it up. But yeah, they didn't make it through.
Well, I wonder if any of the big production studios would just rent it out, to the sound producers that are doing the sound production.
I mean, I've never been to it before myself. I want to. I would love it, but like those guys went out of business, and then Pacific Theaters, I think they folded. And I went to Pacific Theaters a ton when I lived in Southern California. I think Marina Del Rey had one, I think it was, and I went there a bunch of times. But yeah, it's sad to see it go. At least AMC made it through. Apparently, because I bought a bunch of AMC stock. Maybe I made the right bet. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so let's go back through these speakers. Let me see if anybody's got any comments here.
We like comments.
Attenuation control rocks. I agree. I think we did that one. In walls, yes. AA he and I think there's a bromance here. I'm not
You go
sure.
way back.
It just, there's a thing. And he knows good stuff. He's watching the show, obviously. Easy Home Theater Tech, welcome. What's up? It would be epic. I agree. I'm not sure what the comment was about, but anything with Aperion audio would be epic.
I think he was talking about your Veris LCR.
Oh, that would be epic. Matthew Blair, have you guys ever given thought to a woofer mid tweeter mid? Dude, that's what I just called out in my perfect in-wall speaker. Yes, woofer mid tweeter mid woofer style LCR in the Veris line. Make it a flat. Dude, this guy, he read my mind. Make it flat baffle, 4-inch deep, 8 miles tall.
8 miles tall.
And you got something for those who build cinemas with baffle. Yes. This, and you guys have the technology. All you need is like a saw.
A saw
And glue.
That's
and just chop off one of the 8s and swing it around, chop off the back, take flanges off of your 8-inch in ceilings, right? And glue them on, hot gun glue. Done. Yeah.
You got this.
On it.
Hope you guys are taking notes.
I'll start it tomorrow.
Super happy to see that the new Veris Grand Tower with 8 inchers I've been following for a long time, since the early days of Intimus. I've actually recommended Aperion to a couple of folks, and they are both enjoying them. Well, dude, Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Matt, he owns, I believe, his own home theater or hi-fi business, and I can't remember where he's out of, though. Gosh, Matt, call yourself, man, dude, plug yourself in the comments, and I'll plug it too if you're still listening. Let everybody know what's up. He's a good dude. He is a good dude. He's, whenever I've had questions, and he was helping me out with some Kaleidoscape stuff, and he's a good dude. I really like him. And he also lifts. Dude, that dude can lift. Oh my God. I got like nothing. Oh, dude, I'm just
me and Colin are both skinny little kids.
Pretty much. I'm jelly of what he's got going on. All right, so back to the family of Claris Architectural. So you've got, looks like 3 of your round in-wall speakers. Then you've got the square ones. All right, so 6.5 inch, then a dual 6.5 inch. LCR, and then
that's just a different style of a 6.5 inch.
Okay, gotcha. And then the Novus that we looked at before, which are on walls, and then indoor outdoor speaker. So this is something that you'd see somebody put like on a patio or something outdoors, right?
Totally.
Now
you can even use it in a restaurant, or
it's like more of an industrial design. Now is this weatherproof at all, or is it just more built for outdoors but don't get it wet?
It's weatherproof.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. See, now you can get the award-winning Aperion sound for your favorite music on your patio, deck, or pool area at an affordable price. It doesn't get much better than that, because they care.
See? Because we care.
It's just going up on our website.
I know, that's hilarious. Look at this thing. You guys are closing these out, but these are like double-headed tweeter beasts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool 2-channel speaker for, if your master bedroom, if you want stereo sound, but summed into a single speaker.
It's kind of like what we were talking about before, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at that craziness. Yeah. So your left and right inputs, right? And then you just take your left and right powered and jam it in there, and you're good to go.
Yep.
That's cool. And dude, so is this going to be a discontinued model?
It's not been as popular. And we've had it on closeout for quite a while now.
At $99, dude, how can you go wrong with it?
Amazing deal until they're gone.
Honestly, a lot of people are confused by the functionality of the speaker, and so we end up calling a lot of customers and getting them back into the right speakers that they need.
Right.
Because they're thinking, this is for home theater. I want to use this for my rear ceiling channels, and it's not what it's for.
Atmos,
right. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. No. Yeah. That would not be too good for Atmos.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right on. So what else, man? Oh, dude, we're 5 minutes over, and I haven't even done any of the other stuff. So I'm afraid there's going to be no content corner. There's all that other stuff is gone. We're going to finish that with these speakers.
We're just geeking out hard. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we talked about Novus, Verus, architecture. Oh, dude. We got to cover these fast. Subwoofers. Dude, everybody's favorite topic. I love subwoofers. Yep. I mean, and dude, you got so this 12D, this is single active double passive radiator. Is that correct? Yep. Where are the passive radiators at?
You're looking at them on the sides.
Okay, so this is the side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got you.
And then the bottom down firing is the active.
Oh, okay. Come on, show me a picture. Come on, show
probably in there somewhere.
Okay, well, there's the amp. All right, boom.
There it is.
There we go. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So passive downfiring or rather active downfiring, passive radiators on the back, and then on the rear, I guess you've got your plate amp. Okay, all right, I got you. And so does this match the Verus line?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you can have that consistent look.
That Cherry 12D is a work of art, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at
beautiful.
A couple of those in the system with that. Yeah, that's gonna. Well, 4 of them would be even better. But yeah, that's.
If you're doing a Cherry system, you got to get 2. I mean,
at least.
Just got to. At least 2. Yeah,
because Cherry's got 2 E's in it, right?
It's symmetrical.
Or 2 R's. CHER.
2 R.
Yeah, 2 R's. R's. So it's the pirate speaker.
There you go.
Okay, and then you've got the shiny black.
Yep.
And the matte black. Now the shiny black, does this match the Verus as well? Which one is the Verus?
It does.
Okay, shiny. Verus is shiny. And then for folks that just want to go low key in a home theater or something like that.
Yep. The black. Yeah, it matches the Novus.
You guys have thought of everything.
It's because we care.
Man. Well, okay, I want it in white.
Then you gotta go.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. And then
or call us and we'll see what we can do.
There's spray paint. There's always spray paint. I know the rattle can. And now is the 10 and the 8 similar in design, meaning with passives? Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Single down firing, dual passives on the side.
Yep.
Right on. All right. And then also after subwoofers, family. Okay, now these are kind of cool, right? And these are new, aren't they? The ribbon super tweeter crazy banana speakers. I mean, those things are
the crazy banana.
Yeah, I mean they go up to like 200,000 hertz or something, right? And they got like knobs.
40K.
40, yeah. 200,000. Yes.
40 or 200,000. It's only like 2 more octaves to get to 200,000.
It's the last speaker you'll ever hear, you know.
literally, at least the highest pitch one. That's cool. So why would people look at super tweeters? What's going to make somebody get off the sofa, go to the computer, and be like, I have to have these now?
First and foremost, they add some pretty amazing sparkle to any speaker. So if your speaker, feels like it might be lacking some of that treble response, the super tweeter is a great addition. Basically connects very easily to your existing front, left, and right speaker. And then from there, you've got attenuation and crossover knobs. So you can pretty much pretend like the super tweeter is the opposite of a subwoofer, where it really accentuates, or not necessarily accentuates, because it isn't, overly bright or harsh, or too loud to the point where it would overpower your existing speakers. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just got that nice subtle touch on the high end. And that goes across the board for all of them, especially with the treble adjust. I mean, you can go down to -5 dB, which has got to be plenty for.
Oh yeah, that's a very significant change in volume. -5 dB, that's a big deal. And then I guess you would just this is where it cuts off at the high end, or where it cuts in at the low end?
It's where it allows it to
go down to?
It's late, man.
Yeah.
I'm like normally in bed at this time. It comes in at 8K is
yeah. So this is where you would blend it in on the low end. So it can come in at 8, can come in at 10, can come in at 12, and then it just runs all the way up to. Yeah, I read it.
High pass or low pass filter. I'm not thinking. It's like,
but so in the most curious setting is just turn it off, right? So I guess if somebody in the family is like, I can't stand these, I got to have them turned off. They can whack them if they want to. Otherwise, if you leave them off and you buy them, they don't help you at all. So don't leave them in the off position if you want them to do something.
It's not recommended.
Yeah, that's not the recommended setup. And they come in any color you want as long as it's black.
That's correct.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, for our new flagships, just the matte black like that.
Right on.
But the ribbons and the planars, we got all sorts of finishes.
Hover over those guys and you can see the different finish options.
Look at that. Yeah, white.
And cherry.
Yeah.
Click
it. Oak. I'm sorry, oak.
Click on it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's actually rather nice.
Mm-hmm. They're cool, man.
Yeah.
So the oak is slightly different than the Varus line, but it still is a really nice natural wood finish. So it should still blend as far as decor goes with our Varus line and any other, even our old Intimus cherry line. Still blends pretty well with that.
No, it's like maybe a little more red and a little bit darker, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that color a lot.
Good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Glad to hear it.
I like it a lot.
A lot.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I used to watch what's that? The television show where people go sing and then they get voted off, or the 4 judges tell them that they suck or they're awesome.
American Idol.
Yeah, American Idol. And remember they had the lady that was in that band with the other girls, and she was Scary Spice Girls. See how I got to that? That's how my brain works. I have to follow a trail. There's like little crumbs that I can finally get to what I'm trying to remember. And obviously she's British, and she would say, somebody would sing, she'd be like, "Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot." So I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Straight from Scary Spice.
That's how we know if Giles likes it.
Yeah, when I like it a lot. All right. Okay, we're gonna close out the evening with something a little bit different. The Alair.
Yeah.
So what's up with the Alair? And there's a single model of Alair right now. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right on. Here we go. Let's take a look at these guys. What's the deal with these?
Alairs are passive and active. So you got one with the amplifier and then a link cable to the other, right?
Makes sense.
So everything's included in the box to set up and plug into your TV, your computer, your mobile device, which is Bluetooth, so you don't have to plug anything in. Yeah, look at all those accessories. Isn't that awesome?
Man, that's you could just buy the accessory kit for $399. I mean,
you could, but why not get
these $200 cables? Yeah, the speakers are free.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
No, they're sweet. They got the aptX, the aptX with the Bluetooth. They sound amazing with TVs. I mean, honestly, it's a fantastic solution to sound bars and getting that true stereo imaging. The dialogue's fantastic with those too, actually. There's even a subwoofer out. We have some bundle options where you add the Brabus 10 or the Brabus 8 to it. You actually get a free sub cable when you do that, so that's pretty rad.
That is rad. So let me just go through the back here. So you've got optical in, so you can pipe this in from a device that's doing digital out.
Yep.
And so
my
that
personal
means
favorite.
Yep. So this obviously has a DAC on board.
Try double clicking that, see if it zooms anymore.
No, I think I have zoomed
hands
it.
like
Yeah. Come on. Cold stash. Oh, see, what did I do? So all right, yeah. So we've got optical in, so that means obviously there's a DAC on board. I see sub out in I don't know
analog
3.5.
Okay, so if you want to pipe in RCA cables, you get an adapter, jam it in there with that. Makes sense.
Comes in the box.
Ooh, included in the low price.
Yeah.
And then
like I said, man, I like accessories.
Yeah, speaker out to the right.
Those cables are pre-terminated with banana plugs, so
right on.
It's nice stuff, man.
That's bananas.
Good. Bananas. It's bananas.
Power, and then what is this, a USB slot for like firmware updates or something?
Just for powering your cell phone.
Oh, because
charge it up.
Because you care. Oh my god.
We even care about your cell phone battery, man. I'm saying.
Man, I don't know. And it's got the, what is it, aptX, so that your Bluetooth doesn't suck.
As bad.
Yeah, CD quality. Yep.
Yeah, that's so your Bluetooth doesn't suck. So yeah, if you're not rocking this, then you're just not rocking in the free world. What is it?
You're not rocking in any world, man.
Rocking in the free world. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I've had Matthew. I've had this comment up forever. I should take it down. All right. So I think we have covered the brand and the models pretty
we
well.
Got bonus footage.
Totally. Oh, hold on. Oh, so I'm trying to get the inflection. Oh, that's it. It's like an epiphany, right? But it turns into a question instead of a statement. So it's like, oh, that's it. Oh, can the Lair be used as near field as studio monitors?
Yes.
He's in the market.
I use them at home for my home studio.
Nice.
And they plug into my Focusrite interface.
That's nice.
No Pants Records in Portland, Oregon just did a nice commercial for us. On
really?
The they love them. Yeah.
That dude, you got to send me a link so I can call it out, shout it out, and show her.
I can do that.
Yeah, cool. Totally. And dude, if you want a pair, there's a link right down below. You just click it and
get them.
There's a coupon. All right. Okay. Enough of that. All right. So, at this point, so here I'm gonna fast forward through all the stuff that's supposed to happen. What's up? It's time for Content Corner, and I watched Chaos Walking, and it was super awesome. Okay, so that section is now done.
Cool.
But I did watch Chaos Walking, and I thought it was pretty good. I think they've set it up so that they can have a television series afterward. So it was a good movie. It was fun. It was mostly predictable, but not bad. And the whole concept of your thoughts being heard out loud is kind of cool. So I give it 2 thumbs up. 3. How many thumbs do I have? 2. A thumb and a half.
You got 2 big toes.
Yeah, dude. To get the big toes though, it's got to be like
that's another level.
I'm saving that for Dune.
It's got to knock your shoes off first.
There you go.
And your socks.
Dude, that's so good.
I'm so glad I work with you, man.
See what it's like to work with me? Oh God, how can you stand it? Dallas?
I'm a little jealous. I'm going to hire you away. Are you interested in a municipal government job?
You don't want to do that
because I can hook you up.
You're gonna regret it.
All right, so the Home Theater Fanatics upcoming projects. I'm filming a video where I show you how to hook up a 2.1 system for folks that are interested in a 2.1 system. Why would you do it? And I'm going to feature some Martin Logan gear in that. This week's video is the Boulder integrated H66 amplifier, which is a nice rocking amplifier, integrated amplifier that costs about what a car does. And it is gorgeous and it is beautiful and it sounds awesome. Awesome. And they only let me have it for a little while and they sent it back and they were like, "Are you done yet?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You've had it for a long time." I'm like, I'm trying to make this perfect. "Are you done yet?"
Yeah, we're gonna need that back.
Just they're like, "Here's the label." Do I have
just
to?
Go ahead and drop that in the mail? Like,
it'd be nice if you send it back to us, but they're just right up the road, so they're like, we know where you live.
We'll come find you.
I'm like, all right, you got me. But that'll be coming out. The plan is for this Friday, maybe Saturday, but it may be Thursday. It just depends. This week, and then next week, headphones, Hi-Fi Man will be on, and they make some absolutely spectacular headphones. If you guys haven't listened to Hi-Fi Man headphones before, they make some crazy good planar magnetic headphones. I mean, they just they have open back and now a new series of closed back headphones that are wood. Oh man, just it's good.
Sweet. Featured on your website, Charles?
Are they on my web? What do you mean? I don't know.
That website where we have the Aperion banner too.
I have had a banner for them up there before, yes, okay. But I don't.
You started talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember them.
I don't think that banner is up now any longer though, because I changed my hosting and all kinds of stuff. So the website is in disarray right now.
Yeah.
because it was a Shopify site, but I really wasn't selling anything on it. So I'm all like, why am I spending all this money on Shopify site when I'm not really doing any e-commerce? So now it's a Wix website for like half the cost. Yeah, and that's part of my content that I guess I've grossly neglected over time, and I need to deal with it a little bit more. I don't know. There's so much stuff to do, not enough time to do it all. It's just so much. All right. So everybody out there, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you have a second, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're in YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, go to YouTube, search for Home Theater Fanatics, and then click on the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. And then a super special thanks to Colin and Dallas. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I know
Thanks for having us, man.
Oh, anytime. I know your time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. It's the one thing you can never get back. So when somebody's willing to spend a little bit of time with me on the show, I am super appreciative. So again, thanks so much. And everybody out there, if you haven't looked at this gear, you've got to look at this gear. It is awesome. It is good. It looks great and it sounds better. And if it sounds better than it looks, then it's got to be awesome because it looks really, really good. And the new Varus towers, I mean, oh, that's redonkulous.
Oh yeah,
it's just crazy.
I'm saying, call me up. Let's chat.
Yeah, and with that, I think we're going to be done. And if you have more questions, there'll be links down below so you can find the website. They've got a phone number if you want to talk to somebody, and I'm sure they'd be willing to field all your questions and give you probably the best customer service you've ever had. That's just I think.
Oh, you're setting me up, Giles.
Yeah, I am. I think that's exactly what would happen, though. I've got faith.
I love it. You gotta have faith, right?
Faith. Who is that?
We were totally making jokes about that Limp Bizkit song the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, folks.
House parties. So
21
Giles,
minutes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime. Like I said, you guys are always welcome on the show. I can't wait to talk about the next big thing, and hopefully in a little while we'll have some new content coming out on Home Theater Fanatics featuring some of this new stuff, so you can kind of get hands-on with it and see what it's like to actually touch and feel this stuff in a home theater, so you can see if this is exactly what you want or not. It is. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Cheers.
Thanks.